everything you think you know about gold, throw it out the window, because our next guest, E.B. Tucker, Director of Metalla Royalty and Streaming, joins me here on the sidelines of the VRIC, and he's here to teach us from scratch, clear that chalkboard.
Yeah.
Have we had it wrong this whole time, E.B.?
I don't think so. I mean, I was with you in December. We made a big call for gold this year, and it's funny. A lot of people have asked me about that interview and about that $1,500 call.
Yes.
No one's asked me how we came up with it, which is shocking.
You just didn't pick a number out there. You're sticking to it, and there's a game plan to it.
Exactly right. So gold is a commodity. So you see these cycles that run in the commodity business. They go to highs, they go to lows, and everybody gets scared at the lows. They get euphoric at the highs, and we're definitely at a low, and that's where we came up with that call. And so far, we're up $75-80. We're right.
Well, I have to say, I moderated a panel today called the Ultimate Gold Panel. Peter Schiff on it, Frank Holmes, Peter Hugg, everyone bullish on gold. We're seeing mainstream media talk gold, Jim Cramer telling people to buy gold, billionaires who never bought gold before buying gold. What's this all telling us?
It's only the beginning. So I bet you I can get 20 meetings in New York City to talk about crypto if I wanted to. I can't get any to talk about gold. It's still unheard of asset for hedge funds and traditional investors to buy into. But the way we know we're at a bottom is we're looking at these companies, they're producing gold at a loss. There's been a lot of mergers. These are not happy mergers where people are paying double the stock price. These are mergers of necessity because there's duplication, there's too many people working at these companies, they're losing money, they have to combine to save themselves. And the third thing that we see, which is most important, is they're running out of inventory. And in the mining business, that means reserves in the ground. They're running out of these. So what's going to happen is...
You're talking gold.
That's right,
gold.
Exactly right. So if they had 20 million ounces in reserves and it's going 19, 18, it's like sand in an hourglass, okay?
So you mentioned the mergers. Need to get your thoughts on, obviously, Newmont buying Goldcorp. In September, as you know, we saw Barrick buy Randgold. Do the insiders in the mining space know something we don't know about price sentiment?
Well, I think it's the opposite. These guys tend to be excited at the highs and go look for gold on the top of a glacier or some crazy place and pay any price for it. At the bottom, they tend to shed everything they can except for their core assets and to survive. So I think you don't want to follow what they do. You want to do the opposite of what they do historically.
So when you saw that headline, when you woke up, had your cup of coffee and saw that headline, was E.B. Tucker surprised?
No, we said this is exactly what we want to see. This is the clue that we want to see. You forgot Pan American Tahoe. That's another huge merger in the silver business. Same thing.
So are we going to see more of these deals in 2019?
I think you'll see a couple more. I mean, to us, we're close to a bottom. With gold, it's not if, it's when. So we know about the if part. It's going to happen. It's when, and we think that when is right around the corner. It's why we made that call.
Okay, so for investors out there listening, you'd be adding to your gold?
Here's what I would do. Okay, I would say, where do you think the gold price is going to be in 10 years? And I think we can agree this is going to be significantly higher than it is. Everyone wants to know when, what day all this is going to happen, but we know 10 years from now it's going to be higher. I love royalties because you lock in 10, 20 years of exposure to gold today. And that's what I want to do. I don't want to mine for gold. I want to have 1% of all the gold one of these big companies produces.
I meet a lot of young guys. Sometimes they come up to me and say, hey, I have $20,000 and I want to invest it in gold. And I say, look, I can't give investment advice, but I say, well, when do you want to get a return? When do you expect it? And they say, well, I want it in a year or 6 months. So what would you say to those people? Is gold for you then if you want those quick returns?
Well, some people want it today or next week or something. They have no ability to wait. But to me, I want to invest in a real business. And looking for gold and these little exploration companies, these are not investments, these are gambles. And I personally don't like to gamble. I like to buy something that I can trust. And the royalties, to me, are the best performing asset class in the gold market. It's great to have bullion. I mean, if gold goes from 1,200 to 1,800, you make 50%. If that happens, the royalty companies go up a multiple of that.
Speaking of which, you are the director for Metalla. Sure. Tell us the latest. What's happening? What can we expect? 25-month-old company. We've got 24 assets. You'll see that number grow. The company's growing like crazy. We pay a monthly dividend. It's tied to gold and silver. So gold price goes up, the dividend goes up. So royalty companies get paid every month. Metalla pays shareholders half the income it makes every month. Goals for 2019?
More of the same. We've closed so many deals in the last 25 months. You'll see more of this. I mean, we're aiming to build a serious powerhouse royalty company. So far, so good. And I think you'll hear more about the company in the coming weeks.
Very impressive. Do you have any New Year's resolutions, personal goals?
I always, but I don't wait for the new year to set them.
Wise advice. E.B., thank you so much for joining us, and thank you. We'll have much more for you on Kitco.com.